Welcome to UK Voices 22. In the grand theatre of modern royalty, few narratives are as captivating and controversial as that of Meghan Markle. Once the beloved actress who captivated audiences on Suits, her leap into the royal family seemed like a fairy tale come true. However, the reality has been marred by public scrutiny and relentless media coverage, leading to a series of humiliating moments that may forever taint her legacy. From her strained relationship with the British royal family to her highly publicized exit from royal duties, each misstep has deepened the chasm between her and the public. What was once a story of hope and promise has transformed into a cautionary tale of ambition gone awry, leaving us to wonder, can Meghan Markle ever recover from the humiliation she has faced? Meghan Markle's entrance into the royal family was met with both enthusiasm and skepticism. Initially, many applauded the idea of a biracial American actress marrying into British royalty. It seemed to symbolize a progressive shift within an institution often criticized for its antiquated traditions. However, the fairy tale quickly unraveled as Meghan's actions sparked controversy at every turn. From her strained relationship with her estranged father to accusations of disrespect towards the royal family, each revelation painted a more complex and troubling picture of the Duchess of Sussex. The turning point came when Meghan and Prince Harry announced their decision to step back from royal duties, a move that shocked the world. This self-imposed exile, framed as a quest for privacy and mental well-being, raised eyebrows and questioned the sincerity of their intentions. Were they truly seeking a quieter life? Or was this a calculated move to distance themselves from the very institution that had afforded them privilege? The narrative quickly shifted from one of sympathy to one of scrutiny, as critics pointed to a pattern of behavior that suggested a troubling disregard for royal traditions and public expectations. In a world that celebrates personal narratives, Meghan's story was particularly compelling. She was a woman who had achieved success on her own terms, breaking barriers in Hollywood and capturing the attention of Prince Harry. Yet, as the honeymoon phase faded, the cracks in her carefully curated image began to show. The public's fascination morphed into skepticism, and the once beloved couple became subjects of tabloid frenzy. As Meghan and Harry navigated their new life in the United States, the fallout from their departure only grew. The couple's high-profile interviews, particularly the explosive sit-down with Oprah Winfrey, revealed deep rifts within the royal family and painted Meghan as a victim of systemic racism and isolation. Yet, the public reaction was mixed. While some rallied to her side, many others were left questioning her credibility. The stark contrast between her narrative and the lived experiences of those within the royal family fueled a growing backlash. Critics argue that Meghan's portrayal of her experiences often lacks nuance, reducing complex issues to sound bites that resonate in a social media-driven world. The public's perception shifted as they began to see her not just as a victim, but as a savvy strategist playing the media to her advantage. This perception was further complicated by her ventures into the world of media and activism. While her podcast and Netflix projects were initially seen as empowering, they also drew criticism for being self-indulgent. Instead of using her platform to uplift others, Meghan appeared to focus primarily on her own narrative, further alienating herself from the very audience she sought to connect with. The humiliation deepened further when reports surfaced regarding her strained relationships with former friends and colleagues. Allegations of bullying against former staff members painted a troubling picture of a woman who, despite her advocacy for mental health and kindness, failed to embody those values in her personal interactions. This contradiction has only fueled the narrative of Meghan as a divisive figure, one whose actions often undermine the very causes she champions. In the midst of this turmoil, Meghan has faced public backlash for her perceived hypocrisy. Her calls for privacy have been met with skepticism as she continues to engage with the media, sharing her story while simultaneously criticizing the press. This has led to a growing perception that Meghan is more interested in crafting her own narrative than in addressing the systemic issues she claims to care about. The disconnect between her words and actions has left many questioning her authenticity and commitment to the causes she espouses. Furthermore, the couple's lavish lifestyle in the US has raised eyebrows. Critics have pointed to their multimillion-dollar deals with streaming giants as evidence of a stark contrast to their claims of seeking a simpler life. This perceived hypocrisy has only intensified the scrutiny surrounding them, leading to questions about their true motivations. Are they genuinely advocating for change, or merely capitalizing on their royal connections to enrich themselves? As we reflect on Meghan Markle's journey, it becomes clear that the humiliation she has faced is not merely a result of her actions, but also a reflection of a society grappling with its own complexities around race, privilege, and the monarchy. The promise of a new beginning has been overshadowed by controversies that seem to follow her every move. While some may argue for a second chance, the question remains: can Meghan truly recover from the public perception that has become so intertwined with her identity? The narrative of Meghan Markle serves as a powerful reminder that even the most enchanting stories can take unexpected turns. The complexities of her life, marked by ambition and controversy, leave us pondering whether redemption is possible in a world where public opinion can be as unforgiving as it is fickle. As Meghan continues her journey, one thing is certain: she will forever carry the weight of her choices, and the humiliation of her past may prove to be an insurmountable barrier to her future. In the end, Meghan Markle's tale is not just about one woman's quest for identity and belonging. It's a reflection of our societal values and the harsh realities of fame. The open loops of her story, her relationships, her activism, and her royal legacy remain unresolved, leaving us to speculate on what comes next. Will she find a way to reconcile her past with her ambitions? Or will the weight of her choices continue to haunt her, a constant reminder of the price of her aspirations? Only time will tell, but for now, the shadow of her humiliation looms large, and it's a burden she may never fully escape.